Here's pre-calc problem 8-12. It says Sherilyn likes to exercise when she goes to the gym and she lifts weights and then she does her cardio workout. To monitor the cardio part of her workout, Sherilyn uses a heart rate monitor. The graph to the right shows Sherilyn's heart rate while she was on the treadmill. Letter A, and so here's what they show. Looks a little like this. And then letter A says approximately how many times did her heart beat during her 25-minute workout. Keyword, approximately. So how many times did her heart beat? So we have beats per minute divided by minutes. So it beats per minute divided by minutes. So you're going to end up with, if this makes any sense, if you find the area under the curve, you're going to end up with the heartbeats, how many heartbeats there are. So we know how to draw the little rectangles. I didn't draw mine very straight, but they want you to find the area under the curve. We don't know how to do any integration or anything yet, so we're just going to draw some rectangles. I drew some left endpoint rectangles. I actually drew them right here. And it's kind of approximate because to get the heights of the triangles, like I decided to split it into, it goes 10, 20, 25. I thought maybe splitting it into rectangles with the width of 5 would be a good idea. It would be easy. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 rectangles. But to get the heights, you kind of just have to, there's numbers here, but you still kind of have to guesstimate a little bit. Like I was trying to figure out, what is this? Well, it's less than 90, and it's more than 80, so I just called it 85. You might have called it something a little different. And then over here, it doesn't seem much higher, so I just called it 85 again. And then over here, now it looks like 100. I called this one, I called that 95, which is, now I see that's pretty low estimate. So my numbers are going to be a little low. This one I called, now everything looks a lot taller. I called this one 110. Probably should have called it 120. So anyway, you're just going across and you're trying to find, like this one I called 150. That's probably pretty close right there. And then later on when I do my other endpoint, my right endpoint rectangles, I'll have to use this one too. But I think now that I've done all this work, I feel like I might have kind of like, as I was trying to find my way across here, maybe I underestimated a little bit of these numbers. But basically, do your best to find out what the numbers are, which are the heights of the corners of the rectangular boxes that you're making. And then we know that the area would just be like 5 times 85. That would be this one. This would be from here to here is 5, so it would be 5 times 85 again. This would be 5 times 95. But instead of keep multiplying by 5 over and over again, I'm just going to take all the heights and add them together and then multiply the whole darn thing by 5. So that's what I did, and I got a lower than what the answer book got. And that was for my left endpoint triangles, and now I know why. I think these two numbers I should have estimated them a little bit higher when I lined them up on my graph. But anyway, I got this number. It's approximate. And then when I do right endpoint triangles, I didn't draw them here, but I'm just going to find the right endpoints. So like I went over to this one, and I called it 175. Because it's somewhere between 170 and 180. So I called that 175. So now I'm going to use the right endpoint. And so those would give me an overestimate. So the things are going to stick out over the top. And so, but it didn't actually, it still gave me a pretty low estimate. And so your book, when they did this, they got a little bit higher numbers than me. They got 2,800 on their low estimate and 3,000 on their right estimate. Well, so anyway, I'm just going to say mine rounds out to about, well, I guess I can add them together and round them. Plus 2, 7. I got about 2670 if I average these together. And then, so I'm just going to say that I think her heart beat about 2,670 times per minute. I think I could have done better at lining these up here, and I would have got a closer answer. But it says approximate, so it's okay. And then it says, what was Sherilyn's, letter B says, what was Sherilyn's approximate average heart rate during her 25-minute workout? Well, if I know how many times it beat, and I know that's how many times it beat, her heartbeat, for the 25 minutes, and I know how many minutes there were, I can just divide. And I got a very low number. Beats per minute, I think. I got this low number. You'll probably get a little bit higher number because as you measure these across to the y-axis, just be a little more careful than I was. But anyway, that's how they want it done, and that is an estimate, an approximate estimate.